So this is the ROSWHEEL lightweight rear rack. It's a aluminium welded rack that is capable of taking 18 kilograms in load. It has a single piece construction on the side, 2 mounting feet for different bike geometries, 2 seat stay mounting options for bikes with no bosses on the seat stays, and 2 options of light fittings, one for a band-on light and the other for a bolt-on light. So included with the lightweight rear rack are 2 sets of chainstay mounting feet, 2 short and 2 long. These are for different bike geometries and dropout mounting boss positions. The longer feet can also help if your bike geometry creates heel clash between your heel and your pannier bag. We also have 2 widened washers. These are to help you clear any disc brake caliper setups. Lastly, we have 2 methods of fixing the rear rack to the top of the seat stays. The first is a standard setup with 2 bosses either side of the seat stays. The other alternative is with a single hole in the seat stay crown or behind a caliper brake. If you want to change the shorter mounting plate for a longer one, you can remove these 2 bolts and replace with the longer part. To fit the rack to the rear of the bike, first unfold the seat stay mount and place the rack over the bike. And depending on your axle width, you may need to bend the rear rack out a little to get it into position. Take an M5 bolt and washer and fix the lower mounting feet. At this point, you don't want to tighten the rack too much so that you can still adjust the position. Take another M5 bolt, put the seat stay mount over the hole of the seat stay and fix into position. You can tighten this, but of course don't over tighten. With these bolts still loose, you can alter the angle of the rack to make sure you have a straight horizontal line. Now tighten these bolts, and remember, don't over tighten, about 5 Newton meters maximum. Now you have your rack in position, you can tighten your other bolts on both feet and the seat stays. To use the alternative seat stay mounting bracket, you need to first remove these 2 screws with your 5mm hex wrench. So once these are both removed, you can remove the standard seat stay mounting bracket and you can replace it with the central seat stay mounting bracket. You use the same cube for the bolt holes as the previous one. This alternate mount is deliberately bendable so that you can bend the central hole position into the position on your frame. Once you've done this, now you can either reassemble your caliper brake into this position or use an M5 screw and screw it into position. Once you've finished tightening this bolt, you can then adjust the rack to be perfectly horizontal and use your wrench to re-tighten these bolts along the top of the rack. Remember, don't over tighten, about 5 Newton meters will do.